Hello and welcome to this week's vlog. Today I am on a family holiday in Wales, North Wales, in between Lllanbedroch and Llambedrog. Well, the campsite's there anyway. I'm going to head towards Llambedroch, and then there's a trail up towards a sculpture which sort of looks out over the sea. It's called the Tin Man, but some people call it the Iron Man. I think Iron Man sounds a bit better. So I'm going to head there. I've got about 45 minutes before sunset. I'm hoping that that position will provide maybe a panoramic and also a lovely sunset shot. So let's go. I'm a bit out of breath. I was down there about 10 minutes ago. I've walked up this massive makeshift footpath. So I just got up to the top of a massive cliff overlooking the sea and overlooking Llambedroch. And this is the statue next to me, which I'm hoping might make a little bit of interesting foreground if the sky lights up behind me. The sun's setting over there. I've got about 25 minutes until sunset. So I'm going to get my tripod out, get my gear out, have a fruit pastel because I didn't bring a drink, but I have got some fruit pastels in my pocket, and then see what we can do. Okay. So yeah, I got myself a new tripod. Here it is in action. Primer photo gear, tripod, 30 quid from Wex Photographic. I'll put the link below. Seems to be doing alright so far. Only little qualm is that the base plate doesn't tighten that amazingly to the bottom of the camera. Right, I'm just setting up a composition here before the sun sets, and I try and get the Iron Man in the foreground. I'm going to try a panoramic with all this behind me. I'm going to get my wide angle lens out, maybe shoot 5 shots maybe in portrait, and then try and stitch them together, which I've never done before, so there's a first time for everything. And then hopefully it won't be that long until sunset. I've got about 15-20 minutes, but the sun is starting to drop behind that hill now, so I might get a bit of pre-sunset glow as it drops out of sight, which would be quite nice because I've got a bit of height down a treacherous path to do on the way home back to the campsite. So let's see what I can do. Okay, so I've just done this panoramic and it's the first one I've ever done. So I'm going to stitch it together when I get back and then obviously put it up now at some point. But a few things that I have learned: keep your tripod completely perfect. Get that spirit level dead in the middle on top, otherwise you're going to lose the top and the bottom. Fortunately, as it's my first one, I'm shooting really wide. I'm shooting on the wide angle lens at 10mm, so if I do lose a bit top and bottom, it's not a massive deal. I'm hoping it's in focus. It was in focus on the first shot and I went through and I think I did 8 shots in the end, but I tried to make sure I kept everything in each time, so it should piece together quite well. So if it did, here it is. Right, so that either worked or didn't work. I'm not sure because I'm still standing on this cliff. If you saw it, it worked. It might have looked all right. It might have looked average. We shall see, but I'll learn from it if it wasn't any good. Right, that sunset is disappearing, or the sun's disappearing, it is setting behind those mountains over there. So I'm going to try and find myself some foreground. I don't know whether it will be this statue. I'm hoping it will be. Hoping I can get a decent shot with it in the foreground. and the sky is coming to life a little bit already. So I need to be quick. I'm going to put some sort of filter on, I'm not sure what, and try and get a composition from over there somewhere shooting towards those hills, those mountains. So let's do it. Let's find a composition. What a lovely location to have, by the way. Absolutely amazing. I've seen a couple of people walking past, but it's pretty much all to myself tonight. I'm setting off this composition, shooting towards those mountains. I've decided not to get the statue in the shot purely because I think it's detracting. I think the landscape shot is fine by itself. I've got some of this heather in the foreground, this purple heather in the foreground, and it's beautiful. I'm setting off a long exposure, 10 stop on the front, and it's lovely. Gonna aim for about 2 minutes and then see what happens. This is a lovely place, it's a lovely place. Cliff edge here, bays that go on for miles and miles, land that goes all the way around there, heather, berries. Beautiful. I can't really find the shot that's inspiring me yet. I'm really struggling with this shot. And this is about sunset as well, right about now. I'm hoping that the sky's going to pop. I've got my 10 stop on, and I've put an ND foreground on as well, which I've used before, and it's created some nice effects. I'm hoping it's going to do the same here now, but I'm not holding out too much hope just yet. Just finding another place for my GoPro to get some other footage. Let's see what this does. Just gone over a minute. I think I'm pushing for 90 seconds. I'm hoping that'll do something. As I say, it's sunset now, and I don't want to be stuck up on this cliff by myself, having to go down that treacherous path in the dark. So this shot, maybe another one after that, and then I'll be off. I think this filter combination is working. It's taming that light a little bit and actually creating some nice conditions in the sky. I left that one for 1:40, but it was way too dark. So I'm just going to leave this one for maybe 4 minutes, maybe 4.5. I like doing stuff manually, but when you have an app to tell you how long to leave stuff, it would make things an awful lot better. But I do like doing stuff manually. I'm going to give myself 10 minutes, and if I don't get a shot in that time, hopefully the panoramic paid off. And if not, then we learn lessons from these things, don't we? There's some lovely weather going on over there, but I don't think it's lit up enough, really, to get something out of it. I'm going to leave this one, have another fruit pastel, and then head back to the campsite for a glass of port, I think, warm me up. Right, I'm going to concede tonight. The light's gone. There was no after sunset glow at all. I've struggled with this shot to get these mountains in. I'm hoping that panoramic is going to pay off and be good. There's probably not enough light to shoot those beach houses now. I've just had a lovely conversation with a woman who lives in the area, who just walked past, told me the history of the Iron Man, which has been here for about 12 years since the last one disintegrated. Told me the history of that windmill, old windmill on the hill up there, and just generally had a lovely chat. So if you are watching, thank you for the history lesson, and I hope you can enjoy some of my other videos as well. But I'm going to head back to the campsite now. That glass of port is waiting for me and the light is fading quickly. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the pictures if there were any. Please like, subscribe and comment, and I'll see you next time on another vlog. Take care.